Hey everybody, my name is Jason McIntosh with McIntosh Realty team, and today I want to talk with you about agent representation and a couple of different ways that you can be represented if you are purchasing a home and what that all looks like. So when you're purchasing a house as a buyer and you have a real estate agent acting on your behalf, your agent can choose to represent you, or you can choose for your agent to represent you either as a customer or as a client. And I want to talk about some benefits to having them represent you as a client whenever possible. So when your agent represents you as a client, they have your best interest at heart. It's not just a sales transaction. It's not someone who's writing a contract for you to be able to purchase something, but rather a situation where your agent can share their opinion on things. They can help guide you through that process. They can talk about specific things such as home inspections and different types of financing options. Get you in touch with lenders that will suit you best depending on the area that you're buying in or what type of home you're buying in. So whenever possible, always try to make sure that your agent is representing you as a client. Your agent can explain that more in detail and talk about what that looks like, but just know that there are a couple of different ways that you can be represented as a buyer. Another point that I would like to make in regards to agent representation is always make sure that your agent is included in the transaction. So I'll give you an example of a time when a buyer, I know this from personal experience, that a buyer got caught up in the moment. They were riding down the road, they saw a house with a for sale sign in front of it that they liked, they just fell in love with from the outside. They called the agent, the number on the sign, and said, hey, we'd love to see this house. The agent came over, showed them the house, again, caught up in the moment, they loved it, they said, we're ready to buy it, let's write a contract. Totally forgot about the fact, or just didn't think about the fact, that they had an agent working on their behalf that was representing them. The problem with a situation like that is most often the agent whose number's on the sign is representing the seller. So you always, whenever possible, want to make sure that you have an agent that's working on your behalf to be sure that you're protected through that sales contract, to be sure that you have things that benefit you as the buyer included in it, and not just someone who's representing the seller who happens to be writing a contract and providing a transaction for you as the buyer. So whether you're working with an agent currently or not, when you do get ready to go through the buying process, always I encourage to reach out to different agents, interview them based on their knowledge and experience, and make sure that there's someone who can represent you and protect your interest and be there to when it comes time to guide you through that process and write that contract, as opposed to just trusting an agent that may not have as much experience, or worse yet, may be actually working for the seller and doesn't look out for your benefit. Well, thanks for taking a minute to watch this video today. Hopefully you found some great information in it. I would encourage you, if there are any topics that you would like to know more about or have questions about, by all means send those in to us. We'll be happy to talk about those as well. And we look forward to talking with you again soon. Thanks again for watching.